Welcome to the FWOT Show on the Coil Entertainment Network, pointing out idiocy one story at a time. I'm Rob Steele, that's Jesus Jones in the background. Don't forget to pick up their new album. There's a link to it on the website, thefwotshow.com. Click it, buy it. It's awesome. In the meantime, I would like to wish everyone a happy belated Mother's Day. Because I didn't last week. I should have. Meant to. I called my mom, I talked to my wife, I talked to my mother-in-law. Wish them all a happy Mother's Day. Which I think is a much nicer thing than what Donald Trump did, which, he didn't spend time with his mom because she's a little bit, I think the word is dead. Did he spend time with his wife? No. Ex-wife? No. The other ex-wife? No. He went golfing, because he's Donald Trump, and I don't think he's capable of doing much more than that. But speaking of Trump, and golf, and Scotland, because they all go together, Donnie owns a golf resort in Scotland, where they have recently banned a drink. The drink is called Earn Brew, and I could be mispronouncing that, but that's all the letters there are. It's an orange soda, and apparently in Scotland it is even more popular than Coca-Cola. Very popular drink. They banned it from his Scottish golf club because it could stain the carpet. Really? That's why you got rid of the most popular soft drink in Scotland, much to the dismay of a lot of people who live in Scotland. You know what? You don't piss off our allies, Don. And by doing that, that's exactly what you've done. There are protests. Personally, I think you should just go to a different golf club. But that might just be me. And seriously, if you're worried about it staining the carpet, you're in Scotland. Have you heard of Scotchgard? Johnston County, North Carolina, has joined a growing list of school systems in North Carolina that are going to be closed tomorrow, May 16th. I don't know when you're listening to the show. The reason they're going to be closed is because the teachers are walking out. They're demanding better pay and better conditions. And you know what? Good. Teachers deserve a lot more than what they're getting. And this is just ridiculous. Right now, there are 17 school districts that are going to be walking out tomorrow. And I really hope, I really do, that things go well for them. And you know what? If you can find a way to support them, please do so. Education is an important thing. Because if you have good education, then you might be able to avoid things like what's going on in Oklahoma. Because I think there's a lack of education here. Governor Mary Fallin, or Fallin, or Falling, which I think is the last one. She's a Republican. Go figure. She vetoed a bill that would have allowed people to carry handguns without getting a permit. Now that's a good thing. I get that. And then, 30 seconds later, she signed another bill banning homosexual couples from adopting. Now the gun people are pissed because they can no longer just buy a gun and carry it around. And the homosexual couples are pissed because they're not allowed to adopt. I suspect a lot of the kids that are wanting to be adopted, they're probably a bit pissed too. So I'm wondering, now that you've pissed off everyone in the state, how's that re-election campaign going for you, Mary? In stupid lawsuit news, Dr. Dre, the rapper, lost a trademark battle this week against a Pennsylvania gynecologist who was also known by Dr. Dre. Only the rapper is D-R-E and the gynecologist is D-R-A-I. Both of them are Dr. Dre, apparently. Although the gynecologist, that's not really his name. Well, it's not either of their names if you want to be really picky about it. But the author of 20 Things You May Not Know About the Vagina, I didn't name his book, successfully defended his right to use the name Dr. Dre, even though his name is really Dr. Dreyan M. Birch. Whatever. Book sales went up because of the rapper. They did. However, I would think that if people went and bought a book from Dr. Dre with that title, they should have known something was up. If it was really the rapper, wouldn't it be 20 Things You May Not Know About the... I'm just saying. Okay, American Airlines is in the news again, And this time, they're doing something that I have to admit, I do kind of get. You're not really supposed to bring pets on an airplane because there are people with allergies. So, you bring a cat on a plane, I am going to sneeze the entire trip. And I'm already congested enough with the allergies outside as it is. So leave your cat at home. Thank you. Now, American Airlines has said they're not going to allow some emotional support animals on their flights anymore. They were allowing a large quantity of animals that, really, this is a support animal. Dogs, I get, because, seeing eye dogs, that's a support animal. I'm fine with that. A cat, you know what? Fine. Sit there, and this goes along with the previous story. Stroke the cat, not the vagina. Stroke the cat. Fine. I get that. But people were bringing, and these are now banned, by the way. Here's the banned list. People were bringing insects because, the cricket makes me much happier. Goats. Apparently they're trying to avoid that Cubs curse. Hedgehogs, ferrets, spiders, chickens, because what better way to get support than a, feathery thing in your lap going, buck, 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 buck. It's really the eggs that make me feel better. I get to throw them at the pilot if I think he does something wrong. No, leave the chicken at home. And the last thing they put on this list really threw me off, because who the hell would bring a hawk? That's right, bird of prey, hawk, on a plane as a comfort animal. Seriously? But speaking of traveling news, there have been a lot of stories in the news this past week about driving. Thought I'd share a few of these with you. For example, a highway in Poland was shut down last week due to a tractor-trailer accident. Nothing really important sounds out of that, does it? No, it doesn't, except this particular tractor-trailer spilled thousands of gallons of chocolate all over the road. That's right, liquid chocolate everywhere. I'd like to find a joke about famous Polish women running in and cleaning it up, but I cannot find a famous Polish woman other than Marie Curie, and she's a little too dead to have participated in this. So we'll move on to a Belgium man, the place where the waffles come from. He was hit by a speed camera. Not literally. They took a picture and they fined him €6,597 because they claim he was driving 696 kilometers an hour. Now, the fastest production car on the market right now, I think that you can get regularly, is a Koenigsegg. It's not the Bugatti Veyron anymore. According to Drive Tribe, it is a Koenigsegg. Fine. And Koenigsegg tops out at around 300 kilometers an hour. And this is close to 7. What the hell was he driving? A rocket ship? No. A Opel Astra diesel. That's right. An Opel Astra, which is kind of like a Ford Fiesta, only not as good. At 700 kilometers an hour. No, he wasn't. It was a broken camera. I'm just saying, I thought that was funny. Similar to a man accused of drunk driving a lawnmower. Again, in Franklin, Indiana, a guy named Barry Ridge was arrested for driving his lawnmower rather drunkenly down the road. Might have gotten away with it if he hadn't stopped to mow someone else's lawn. Now, frankly, I think, hey, if someone stops off and decides to mow my yard, go right ahead. I'm not that big into, landscaping. If you want to mow my yard, knock yourself out. I don't care how sober you are. But, yeah. Apparently he was complained about, so they arrested him for drunk driving a lawnmower. For the second time in a month, I think they need to just take it away from him. Although while we're on the subject of breathalyzers, researchers have discovered that there's a company called Draeger that makes breathalyzers, and they found out that somewhere around 85% of them are faulty. So if you get pulled over for DUI, first off, shame on you. Don't drink and drive. It's a bad idea. But if they're going to breathalyze you, tell them you want a brand that's not Draeger, because, if you're going to get one that works. It just makes sense that way. Although I think alcohol was probably involved in this last story, and if there was a way to show you the picture over the radio, I would. But I can't, so you'll have to look it up. Outside Toronto, police are very confused about something they found hanging from an overpass. Now, every so often, you'll find things. Someone will have draped something over the side and hanging a banner, usually. Hanging a Christmas tree if it's that time of the year. But what they're perplexed by is on a number of levels. They found a blue Honda Civic dangling from a very impressive wire on this overpass. Yeah, the whole car, one wire. How did that... They don't even know how it got down to dangling where it was. Just kind of swaying in the breeze. A Honda Civic. It's kind of impressive, really, but police are looking for whoever's Honda Civic it is. If you happen to know, contact the police. But if you have any questions about the show, contact me, Rob at FWOTShow.com, or go to the website, FWOTShow.com. Click on the buttons for Facebook and Twitter. I'll answer any questions you have. Don't forget to click on the buttons for iTunes or the Google Play Store or YouTube and subscribe to the show. And go ahead and click on the FWOT shop. Pick up a t-shirt or a hat or a coffee mug. Everything you buy there goes to support the Coil Entertainment Network, and we appreciate your support. In the meantime, I'm going to leave you with a bit of sports news that people outside of New England are going to enjoy, because I don't know anyone outside of New England who actually likes Tom Brady. And that's what this has to do with. The reigning NFL MVP of the New England Patriots found out about a guy named Ichiro Suzuki, who until this past week was an outfielder with the Seattle Mariners, who is very focused on baseball. Doesn't care about any other sport. Baseball is his thing. Focus. Good with that. Now, Ichiro is supposed to be one of these big fitness guys. And he is. Guy's chiseled. But Tom Brady wanted to study Ichiro's stretching style because apparently it's a unique thing. And so he sent Ichiro a text saying he got Ichiro's number from Alex Rodriguez, who used to be a teammate of Ichiro. And Ichiro was confused because he got a text from someone he didn't know, and they said, "Who was it you got it from?" Ichiro said, and I'll quote, "Some guy named Tom Brady." Who the f*** is Tom Brady? That is my quote of the week. You have a good week, everybody. Be safe, and I'll see you next week.